Good morning. It is a glorious morning. The second promise of those who pray the Rosary devoutly, and that means every day. I promise my special protection and the greatest graces to all of those who shall recite the Rosary. So, imagine there's two of us. Let's say there's me and then there's you. Let's say I don't pray the Rosary every day, and let's say you did pray the Rosary every day. Well, you would have the greatest graces and special protection, whereas I would have, well, I don't know. I don't know what I would have. Does that mean I don't have those great graces and special protection? Well, I don't know. But you, I promise, Mary promises that you have them. So if you are somebody who says the Rosary every day, well, Mary promises that you have special protection and the greatest graces. And this is approved by the church, by the way. But, me, I don't have that promise. I don't know. So let's say, for example, let's go back to you. Let's say you have a brother. It's you and your brother. Let's say you have two brothers. Let's say it's you and your two brothers. Okay. Let's say your brother Ross, let's say your brother Ross prays the Rosary every single day, faithfully, devoutly, slowly, lovingly, like this. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed. He's like, whoa, this guy's very passionate when he says his Rosary. That's why my brother Ross. And let's say Ross has, a small home. It's modest, okay. And let's say your brother Don, like Don not pray the Rosary. Okay. Let's say your brother Don doesn't pray the Rosary, but your brother Don has a large house. Ooh, nice, many rooms. Don's wife cooks very nice. Ross's wife cooks, it's not bad. It's food. Okay, so what's the point of all this? So let's say you need somewhere to stay, and there's going to be a Category 8 hurricane. They live the same distance from the coast. Category 8, it's the only place I can stay. My house is, there's no evacuation, I don't know. Pretend like there's no evacuation. And so what happens? You say, Don, Ross, what are you going to do with the hurricane? Oh, we're going to stick it out. I need somewhere to stay. Can I stay with one of you? Oh, yes. You can stay with me, Don says. Oh, come on. You can stay with me. So says Ross. But Ross says, but I don't have any extra rooms. I've only got a 2-bedroom. You'll have to sleep on the floor. And then you say, hey, Ross, you still praying that Rosary every day? Yeah, yes. Hey, Don, you ever pick up the Rosary? Nah, what is the Rosary? Is that like the Kung Fu, the nunchucks, the beads and the strings? And you're like, no. Ross, I think I'm going to come and stay at your house. Why? And Don says, why? Because Ross has guaranteed the promise of the Blessed Mother, special protection, and the greatest graces. And, Don, well, you don't have that promise, okay? So you see what I'm saying? A great example from modern day times is Pope John Paul II, a man who clearly prayed the Rosary every single day, if not several rosaries a day. Special protection, greatest graces. What do you mean special protection? The man was shot. Yes, but all things work for the good of those who love him. So what happens? Pope John Paul II himself will testify that one finger pulled the trigger, but another directed the bullet. The bullet went into his body, kind of made like a little, not a U-turn, but like a little 90-degree right, and straight, 90 degrees left, and then straight, going around his vital organs. And then what happened? Even when he was in the hospital, he came back, he had consciousness, and he says, remove the bullet, not my brown scapular. Wow, this guy's really devoted to the Blessed Mother. And what happens? He didn't die. He lived. The bullet missed all the major organs. And then on top of that, you think, yeah, but he got shot. Couldn't the Blessed Mother stop the bullet altogether? Remember, God works for the good of those who love him. Imagine how much greater confidence the Pope had after that. After this, he's like, wow, the Blessed Mother loves me so much. She saved my life. All that confidence. And then not only that, he actually had the opportunity to forgive somebody who shot him. Like, many of us won't ever have that chance, and we don't know what we do, but he was given that grace to be able to forgive somebody who tried to kill him. And not only did that have an effect on the Pope, but that infected all of us. It's like, wow, what a man of God. Well, guess what? A man of God only because he is a man of the Mother of God. Amen. All right. So, exactly, just like that, we'll have that same kind of protection. And sure, maybe, one thing you have to remember is that all of us are going to die. Let's say you're saying, but you thought of the hurricane. You're like, but all those people, they died in the hurricane. Well, let's say there's two families again, house by house. And then the family that dies is the one that prays the Rosary every day. And the family that doesn't die never prays the Rosary. And then they say, You say, oh, well, that's not fair. Why did God allow that? But remember, you're looking at that from the perspective of an outsider. Let's say you're the neighbor who still lived, but they don't pray. The neighbor says, wow, that could have been me. I could have been the one dead. I would have gone to hell. But those, and then you know that the neighbor was very devout and very holy, and you say, but those, I know they went straight to heaven. Oh man, life is so short. And then they get converted, okay? So, don't doubt the Blessed Mother. Special protection. The greatest graces. Do you want ordinary graces? Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You want the greatest graces? Okay, let's do something different.